Okay, so hello everyone. This is day 8 of our full stack data science with Gen AI and Agentic AI training course. So in this video, we will discuss a very important topic which is important for every data scientist, means junior level or mid level or senior level. So as a learner also you should know about this topic, and this topic name is data cleansing. Okay, that is known as data cleansing. So what is data cleansing? We will learn in detail about it. Okay, so let me give you the basic idea about it. So the basic idea about data cleansing is you can understand like, for example, when you are converting raw data. Okay, the raw data is the data which can have missing values, which can have duplicate values, which can have outliers. Okay, so whatever I am speaking right now, that are the technical words, and those technical words are known as technical jargon. So we will break down all the jargon in a simple manner, right? So we will understand each and everything in simple way only. So converting raw data into the clean data, converting raw data into the clean data, that is known as actually data cleansing, right? So this is just a basic definition of data cleansing, right? So for example, let me give you one more concept so that you can get more insight about it. So for example, there is an organization, we can say in an organization. Okay, in an organization, if anyone work in data science project. Okay, if anyone working in a company, let's suppose anyone working in an MNCs or any big company as a data scientist. Okay, so for example, there is a data scientist project, I mean data science project, and the duration of that project, the duration of that data science project is 1 year. Okay, what is the duration? Let's suppose the duration is 1 year. Duration of project is 1 year. Then you can divide this, like, for example, if you have to tell when data science project will complete, right? If the client has given 1 year duration for a particular project, then how you will break down the time and what are the processes will take the time. So the 6 month. Okay, so actually the 6 month. Okay, in starting 6 month, starting 6 month. Okay, starting 6 month, what will happen? It will take for data clean. Okay, cleaning only. So data cleaning is nothing but for converting raw data into the clean data. So that is what data cleansing we can say, or data, like clean data is what? The clean data is a perfect data to plot the graphs, to we can say generate the graphs. Okay, we have different types of graphs like line graph, bar chart. Okay, so these are the things you can build on the top of the clean data, but on the raw data you cannot get the meaningful insights. Okay, so 6 month, if the duration of the project is 1 year, so 6 month it will take for data cleaning. Okay, and another 3 months, another 3 months it will take, okay, for model building. Okay, 3 months it will take to model building, right? So like that, data science project time breakdown. And another 3 months it will take for what? If you have created a data science project, so without testing, can you deliver it to the client? No, right? We cannot deliver our project to the client directly without testing. So testing is one of the important part of the project life cycle, right? So what will happen? It will take 3 months in testing, and after testing, what you will do? We will deploy it. So deployment and maintenance. Okay, so it will take 3 months for testing or deployment and maintenance. Okay, so when you are deploying the project, so deployment, in the deployment, you will learn about two servers. Okay, let me tell you. When we talk about deployment, so there are two servers. One is what? Production server. Okay, and one is application server. Okay, so we will discuss more about it whenever we will create the model and we will deploy it. So we will discuss in detail when we work on data science project. We will discuss about the production server, and we will discuss about the application server, and also we will try to make our project live. Okay, we will see deployment as well, right? Okay, so whenever there is an interview, whenever a fresher candidate will go to the interviews, and let's suppose the package offered by the company is like 90 LPA, or we can say the package offered by the company is 40 LPA. Okay, so they want to check basically how much knowledge you have of the data science, how much work, many hours you have given to the data science course. Okay, so basically, they will ask you basic questions to judge you whether you have knowledge or not. So what are those questions? If you will able to answer these three questions in perfect manner, in proper manner, then they will feel value in you and they will offer a good handsome package to you, right? So what I'm telling you, like the interview questions, what are the interviews question you should be prepared as a data scientist? For example, explain the data cleansing project. Okay, and explain it end to end project. Okay, so end to end projects means from scratch to deployment. Okay, so you have to tell the data cleansing project, like they may ask you like, have you worked on a data science project? Then tell us about the data cleansing and also tell us end to end process of it. Okay, so first is this question. So it's up to you how you can convince the interviewer, right? The next question they may ask, what are the challenges? Okay, what are the challenges you faced while building the data science project? Okay, so you have to give the proper answer. The way of your speaking, the way or the style of your answer will tell them how much you have worked on the data science projects. Okay, so this question is not a single answer question, and this question itself cover complete data science. Okay, your complete data science knowledge can be covered by this question, right? The next question they may ask like, what are the problems what are the problems what are the problems you faced during deployment and maintenance? Okay, so these are the favorite questions of the interviewers. I know some students who got this much packages And interviewer asked them these three questions, and they have given very nice answer of those questions, and they got this particular package. Okay, because is these questions has depth in it, right? So before moving dive into it, let's try to understand about data cleansing. Before data cleansing, let's try to understand the basic terms, whatever terms we will use in the data science projects. So before moving further, let's try to understand those terms, okay, in a very simple manner. Then we will work on the or like code, right? Okay, so let me open the whiteboard first for tell you in a proper manner. Okay, so what we have to understand, first of all, we have to understand few technical words like what is the mean of raw data. Okay, we have to understand about raw data. Okay, and next what we have to discuss? Next, we have to discuss about, we can say, clean data. What is the clean data? Okay, and the third thing which we have to discuss, which is like what is actually mean of duplicate data. Duplicate data. Okay, so next we will understand about the outliers. Okay, and then we will understand about the missing values, and then we will understand about the wrong data type, and the next one we will understand, which is features. What's the mean of features in data? Okay, and then we will understand about the feature engineering. Okay, next we have to understand about the training data. Okay, so the spelling mistake. So training. Okay, then we will understand about the testing data. And then we will understand about the label, or we can say target. Okay, next we have to understand about the, we can say, numerical data. Okay, then we will understand about the, okay, so next one is the 13th point. So here we will discuss about the categorical data. Next we have to discuss, which is encoding. Okay, and the last one we have to understand, which is normalization, or we can say scaling. Okay, okay, or we can call it scaling. Okay, why I am telling you this? Because when we will work on the data science project, so you will hear these many terms so many often, so many times, but all the times you will be confused if you will not clear these terms. Okay, so you guys can take the notes. So please attend this class as a training course. Do not watch it like a video or like a movie. Okay, because this is a serious data science course. Okay, so here you are not paying any money, but you are paying your time. So please take a note, please be serious, please be curious as well to understand it, right? Okay, so let's understand each one by one. Let's understand about the raw data, clean data, duplicate. Okay, so let's try to understand them one by one. Okay, so the first one we have to discuss, which is raw data. So what's the mean of raw data? Actually, we know about the raw data, but still you can note it because an interviewer can ask you. Okay, if you are the fresher, so you should be very much clear about them. Okay, so raw data is a unclean data. Okay, we can say raw. Okay, so this is thick. Okay, so raw data is, we can say, raw data is the unclean, and we can say it is what, unclean, as well as unorganized. Okay, unclean as well as unorganized data. Okay, collected directly from the from source. Okay. So for example, when we talk about raw vegetables, so raw vegetable means like for example raw vegetable हम लेकर आए हैं जिसको हम डायरेक्टली नहीं खा सकते, है ना, वी नीड टू वॉश इट, हमें उसको धोना पड़ेगा, है ना, जब उसको काट कर खाएंगे, डेट इज व्हाट, रॉ वेजिटेबल्स. सिमिलरली रॉ डेटा क्या होता है, रॉ डेटा इज व्हाट, raw data is similar to the vegetables which is not ready to eat. We need to wash them, we need to cook them, or maybe we need to cut them. So that are the raw vegetables. So converting that raw vegetables into eatable vegetables, that is known as clean data. Okay, so what we can say, we have to understand about the clean data. Okay, so what is clean data? Please make the note, guys, everyone. Okay, so we can say clean data is corrected, or we can say formatted, formatted and ready to use. Okay, what is the mean of ready to use? Means once your data is clean, you can build the model on the top of that. You can plot the graph on the top of that, on the clean data, because clean data will give you the clear insights, okay, meaningful insights, meaningful understanding about the data. And raw data will not give you the good result, or we can say it will not give you the correct result. So that is why we perform operation on clean data, right? Ready to use data without, we can say, without errors or missing value. Okay, so I'll tell you practically as well. Do not think I'm just writing. I'm not just writing because some students need notes, that is why I am writing. Okay, but I will tell you practically as well. I will tell you with code as well. So it is not like that. Okay, so this video can be lengthy, but I'm not worried about length, but I'm worried about that you guys can understand, right? So understanding is more important than the length of the video, right? Next, you have to understand about the duplicate data. Although you know about the duplicate data, but you should know the proper definition about it. Okay, not the like bookish definition, but a normal in the communication way definition. Okay, so duplicate data. So what is basically a duplicate data? So we can say duplicate data means the same record, the same same record appearing, okay, more than once in the data set, right? For example, a student like there is a name repeated of the student, so that is what duplicate data. For example, the city is repeating again and again, so that is also duplicate data. So we will learn how we can remove the duplicate data from the data set, right? So we will see that. And next we have to discuss about the outliers. Okay, so what is the meaning of outliers? So outliers are that we can say outliers are the values. For example, in a class, a student having 45 marks and some is having 43 marks, some is having like 41 marks. So like that. So each student having this uh, marks around between 40 to 50. But let's suppose one student is having 98 marks. So this 98 marks completely a different values, which is completely different from these values. What I'm saying, the student 1 marks is 45, student 2 marks is 43, student third marks is 41, but this student fourth marks is 98. So this is an outlier because it is a rapidly changed value. So such values are known as outliers. Okay, so let's understand by the definition. Okay, so we can say outliers is not there. Outliers are values that are unusual, unusually high, okay, or low. It could be very high, okay, and it could be very low, okay, compared to compared to the rest of the data. Okay, so are you understanding what I'm trying to say? Outliers will be high or very low compared to other data, right? Now let's talk about missing value. So what's the mean of missing value? Okay, so missing value means, so we can say missing values are blank or empty fields, right? Where data should exist. ओके, जहाँ डेटा एक्सेस करना चाहिए था वहां पर डेटा एक्सेस नहीं कर रहा. इसका मतलब क्या है? वो डेटा इज अ मिसिंग डेटा. फॉर एग्जांपल, देयर इज अ एम्प्लॉय डिटेल्स वेयर एज इज मिसिंग. ओके, देयर आर 10 एम्प्लॉयज. आउट ऑफ 10 एम्प्लॉयज there are 3 employees, their ages are missing. So this is what the ages values, that blank column is what missing values. Okay, now let's talk about the sixth one. Let's talk about a wrong data type. Okay, so what does it mean by wrong data type? Let's try to understand it as well. So wrong data types occur when values are stored, okay, in an incorrect format, such as number saved as text. Okay, so whenever you have values, you have numeric values, so that should be saved as a number, but that data saved as a text. So this is wrong data typing. Okay, so this wrong data typing is also an issue. Okay, so we will learn how we can do the data cleansing. In data cleansing, we also check the data typing, whether data typing is correct or not. Okay, so next we have to understand about the seven technical word is features. Okay, so in the terms of data science, what's the mean of features? Let's try to understand it. Okay, so we can say a feature is a single column in data set. Okay, the single column is known as feature in the data set. Okay, so that feature shows what one type of information. For example, when we talk about age column, so it is displaying one type of information. When I'm saying let's suppose country, so it is displaying that country is a feature column, so that is displaying another type of information. Okay, so we can say a feature is a single column in dataset representing or what representing. Okay, so representing one type of informations. Please note, please make a note, guys. Please make a note, everyone. Do not sleep, do not just watch the video. Please make the notes. Okay, because after this we have to do the code, we have to learn it practically. Okay. Next, we have to discuss about feature engineering. Okay, so when we will build the project, so these terms may bother you. That is why I'm giving you the definition of them. Feature engineering. Okay, so feature engineering में क्या होता है? Let's try to understand. Okay, so feature engineering is the process of creating new useful features from the existing data, right? So let me just write it. Then later on, I will tell you with code as well. So feature engineering. Okay, so feature engineering is the process of creating new feature. Okay, from what? From existing feature, or we can say from existing, not the feature, but we can say from the existing data. From the existing data, what we are creating new feature. Okay, so for example, if I say example means, for example, if I say 147 ABC street. Okay, and let me write here Delhi. Okay, so from this data, what you can do, you can you can you can divide this data into different features. Okay, so this is what you can write. You can write the house number, you can write the street name, and you can write the city name. Okay, so like that, right? So now let's discuss about the training data. So the ninth one is training data. Okay, so what is the meaning of training data? Let's try to understand. So we can say training data is the part of the data set used to teach the model patterns. Okay, so training data set is a part of data set used to teach the model. Okay, So let me write here training data is the part of the data set used to teach the model pattern. Okay, so next one we have to discuss about. Okay, so next one is testing data. What is the mean of testing data? Okay, so testing data is, we can say, the separate data set used to check how well the model has learned, right? So that is known as testing data set. Testing data is what? Testing data is the separate data set. Okay, separate data set used to check how well. Okay, so this is L. How well model has learned. Okay, so we check like what is the model learning. Okay, so this is known as model testing, or we can say testing. And the next one we have to learn about the, we should know about the label, or we can say target. Okay, so the label, or we can say target, is the value. Okay, the model is trying to predict. Okay, so the label, or we can say target, is the value which model is trying to predict. Okay, okay. So for example, prediction means, for example, I'm writing sky color is dash dash dash. Okay, so what is the prediction here? A model will give the prediction like blue. So that is what label, or we can say target. Okay, next understand about the numeric data. Okay, so the 12th point is what? Understand about the numeric data. So what is this numeric data? So numerical. Okay, so we can say numerical. Okay, So numerical data consists of value, or we can say values that are number numbers and can be measured or calculated, right? And the third, let's try to understand the third one, not third one, but 13th one. So the 13th one is what? Categorical data. Categorical, the categorical data. Okay, so let's try to understand about it. So what is this? So categorical data contains labels, name, names, or we can say, or groups instead of numerical values. Okay, the next one is the 14th one. Okay, so 14th one is encoding. So you should know about it. What is encoding? So we can say encoding. Encoding is conversion of text-based categories into numeric values for what? For model use, right? So next one is, okay, next one is normalizing. We can say normalization, okay, or we can say scaling. Okay, so what is the normalization means? So normalization, okay, so normalizations, or we can say scaling. Okay, so this is a single L only. Scaling adjust all numeric all numeric, or we can say numerical values to similar range. So model read unfairly. Okay, so these are the things, these are the points you should remember, because in data science project we will use them more. Okay, so let me show you what we have discussed here. Okay, so we have discussed about raw data. Okay, and we have discussed about outlier, missing values, wrong data types, feature engineers, features, feature engineering, training data set, testing data, label, or we can say target. We have discussed numerical data, categorical data encoding, and normalization, or we can say scaling, we have discussed. Okay, so I have given you all the definition about each, so you can go through it once. Okay. Okay, so when we are talking about column, okay, so column means we are talking about features. We have already discussed about it. Okay, we can say feature, or we can say attribute as well. Okay, column can be attribute as well. So raw data, raw data to clean data. Okay, that is known as data feed. Okay, so how to do it? Let's try to understand it practically. Okay, so let me just open the Excel sheet. So in order to open the Excel sheet, I will try to use we can say Google Sheet. I will provide. So I will use here. So sheets. I will write here sheets dot new. So the moment you will write sheets dot new, it will create a new spreadsheet for you. Okay. So here what I will do, I will create some raw data here. Okay, so let's try to create here some raw data. So for example, here I am writing like raw data is like something, employee number is there. Okay, and then let's suppose employee name, and I'm creating one more feature which is age, and then mobile number, and then address, right, and office, then let's suppose salary, let's suppose item. Okay, let's suppose price, let's suppose gender. Okay, so these are the features I have created, nothing but attributes, or we can say columns, right? And here what I will do, I will fill some data like row employee number one, and the name is, let's suppose the name is John. The age is 22. Okay, and mobile number is some 9213 etc. Address is, let's suppose, Jaipur. Office is Delhi. Salary is 30,000. item is, we can say, food, and price is 80k, gender is male, right? So this is one data, and this is another data. Let's suppose Ramu 337412 is from Hyderabad, office is Hyderabad, salary is 30,000. Okay, and this is what cloth, and price is, let's suppose, 90k, and the gender is what, male. The next one is Lucy, age is 44, mobile number is 8817, and let's suppose Noida. Okay, and then office is, let's suppose, Bangalore, and salary is 50,000 or 40,000. Okay, and item is food, price is 70k, and gender is female. Right. So what I have created here, I have created this raw data. Okay. So let me just add border as well. Okay. So this is what raw data. Okay. So raw data, let's suppose if there is any missing value, let's suppose mobile number is not there, or maybe this salary is not there, price is not there. Okay. And this age, someone's age is missing, like that. Okay. So this is called, this is incomplete data. Okay, so such data is known as raw data. Okay, so let me write here this. So these are the missing values. So if you have raw data, will you able to plot the graph on the base of this raw data? Will you get the correct result? No, we will not get the correct result. Why? Because this data is incomplete. So that is why we like like data scientists invest like 6 months or more than 6 months for cleaning the data, or data cleansing, or in data cleaning. So that is why data cleaning is one of the important part of data science, right? So this is nothing but, this is what raw data. Okay, so it may take time. Okay, I'm whatever I'm doing this, it is taking a lot of time, but I don't want to skip this. So that is why I'm giving time to it. Okay, so battery is low. Let me just connect it with charger. Okay, so this is what raw data. So how you will get the raw data? Let's suppose this raw data you are getting, this raw data you are getting when you are writing SQL query. Okay, while writing SQL query, what you are getting, this raw data, right? So this raw data will not give you the correct result. So what you will do, you will convert this raw data into clean data. So the process of converting raw data into the clean data, that is known as data cleaning. So how we can do the data cleaning? Okay, so for doing the data cleaning, we will add the values into it. Okay, so for example, what is the clean data then? Okay, so clean data means here instead of this you have some values. Okay, some values are here and some values are here, and some values are here. So like that you can complete it. Okay, so how you will fill the data? I mean how you will how you will keep the data in this clean data. So you will write the Python code. You will write the Python code to find out the missing data. Okay, so for getting more detail into it, we have to discuss about the EDA. But EDA we will not discuss right now. We will discuss it into upcoming lectures. Okay, but what I'm trying to tell you, it is very basic, and this is the beginning of data science. That is why I'm telling you in the small uh, in a just small examples, or we can say in a proper basic manner. So this data is which data is complete. So this data is known as data clean data. Okay, on this cleaned data we can plot the graph or we can train the model, but on the missing data we cannot perform the like for example we cannot plot the graph or we cannot perform the operations, right? So how you will get these missing values? You will write the Python code to find out the missing values, right? So what I'm trying to tell you, let me clear it in a more appropriate manner so that you can understand it. Okay. So what I'm trying to say, when you have raw data, okay, when you have raw data, so from raw data to clean data, what we write and how we will get the this raw data, what we will do, we will write SQL query. We will write the SQL query. Okay, so converting this raw data into the clean data, in which data? Clean data. What we will do, we will write the Python code. Okay, with the help of Python code, we can try to find out the missing values and we will try to make our data is a clean data. And based on this clean data, what we will do, we will plot the graph. Okay, we will plot the graph. So that is known as that particular thing is known as data cleansing. Okay, so data cleansing is what? Finding the first we will clean the data, we will plot the graph, means we will improve the quality of the data. Okay, so let me tell you what is the difference between data cleansing and data cleaning, right? So there is a question could be asked in the interview. What is the difference between cleaning and cleansing? Okay, so let me write it here. What is the difference between data cleaning and data cleansing? Okay, so the answer is what you can say. You can say cleaning means removing errors and fixing wrong data or missing data. Okay, while cleansing cleansing means improving data quality, making it consistent or we can say accurate Okay, usable, accurate and usable. Okay, I hope you're understanding the difference between data cleaning and data cleansing. Okay, so far we have discussed so many things. Okay, and so let me conclude. Like we have discussed about NumPy in earlier lectures. So NumPy is called numerical Python, and it is used for multi-dimension arrays. Multi-dimension arrays. Okay, and we discussed about Matplotlib. Okay, so Matplotlib basically used for visualization. Okay, so when someone asks you about this, you can tell in one word. Okay, we discussed about so many things about data cleaning and data cleansing. Okay, and the next cleaning and cleansing. Okay, so raw data and we have discussed about clean data. Okay, you see. And the next topic we will discuss in the next class, which is pandas. Okay, pandas library. So this pandas library we will discuss in the next class. Okay, so stay tuned guys, do not feel bored. Sometime in order to create the base, it takes time to write the things, to tell you the things in depth from basic to advanced. But this is the full stack data science course with Gen AI and Agentic AI, and we have to learn so many things. It is a journey, so do not think like in this video we learn very less things. It is not less. Sometimes we learn few things to make strong basics, to make our strong base. Okay, so that's all for today's class, and in the next class we will discuss more about the pandas. Okay, do not think NumPy is over, do not think Matplotlib is over, do not think cleaning and cleansing and raw data and discussion is over. Nothing is over. I'm just opening all the, we can say I'm opening all the boxes. Why I am opening this all the boxes? You can consider this NumPy as a box, Matplotlib another box. I'm opening and giving you familiarity with these boxes so that we can use the materials of these boxes, and we can combine those material and we can make something powerful so that we can use that material in our projects. Okay, so do not think NumPy is over. We will not work anymore on NumPy. No, entire data science required NumPy. In this entire journey, we need NumPy. So do not think things are over. I'm giving you overview. In the projects, we will conclude each and everything once again. Okay, so thank you everyone for giving your time, and I hope you took note of these points. Okay, because it will help you at the time of interviews. You will remember my words when you will go for the interview. So that is why it is important, guys, to note the points. Okay, so thank you everyone for giving your valuable time. Okay, in the next class we will discuss about pandas library.